just the other day. I wrote down all the things I'd say. I just baby, I know what you've been wondering. So here goes nothing. In case you didn't know, baby, I'm thinking about you. I would be lying if I said that I live this life without you. I won't tell you all the time.
What's up, Tina? Wrong girl, Fitzy, wrong girl.
There was something about that kiss, girl, that did me in. Got me thinking, I'm thinking, all the things that oh, it's time you in case you didn't know, baby, I'm crazy about you. I would be lying if I said that in case you didn't know.
Did the weather cooperate or what?
Oh yeah!
Before the service begins, I got a heads up. Other than welcome aboard, you're going to witness a traditional. Oh, there we go. Is this any better? A couple little goodies for you before we start the service. For one, this is a traditional ship's wedding service. The service goes back, I think its roots are almost 150 years old now. If anybody here knows the hymn, Amazing Grace, that was written by a sea captain. And the same sea captain also wrote this service. It's a wonderful tradition, and I guess you could say it's withstood the test of time. But first, let me assure some of the parental units here that there's no truth to the rumor that a marriage performed on board ship is good only for the duration of the voyage. Francis, you in with that, right? All right, very good. As a ship's tradition goes, when a wedding was performed aboard in mid-ocean somewhere, the captain was asked to officiate, and the crew all became basically the wedding guests, known as the ship's company. And we're going to follow that tradition today. So for the purpose of this ceremony, you will all be known now as the ship's company, and you will be addressed as such, and there'll be two answers that you're expected to give. And I know there's some English-loving Irishmen on board this boat.
Don't you start that.
My name is Patrick, so I can get away with that.
My name is Davey.
So I know when it comes to one of the questions, we may hear a little buzz somewhere, but I'm sure I'm going to get the right answers from all of you. Some of the language you're going to hear is familiar because this service goes back so long. The land service has picked up some of this language as well. But what you're going to hear that's so unique to a maritime setting is that there was a metaphor that the captain sat down and wrote, and it really carries the day even now. And it was a metaphor about how a ship's sailors, the crew, and their responsibilities to the ship are pretty much parallel to that of a husband and wife as they go through their own voyages together in life. I think you'll probably find it as meaningful on this absolutely glorious August day as it was mid-Atlantic 1875 when maybe Erin and Francis many generations back asked the skipper to officiate. So I thank you for the honor. And I'm going to beg your indulgence too as I go through my notes as we read this. I'm a seaman, not an actor, and I don't want to blow it. I want them to be legally married.
That would be preferable.
So without further ado, are you all ready? All right. You want to know where the life jackets are now? Or... Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen of the ship's company, by custom and by law, I must formally introduce myself as well as the bride and groom. My name is Patrick Harris. I'm a master mariner on active duty, United States Merchant Marine, and empowered by the laws of this country and the state of New York to officiate this service. The couple before you, Erin and Francis, wish to be married this evening. Erin and Francis, are you both here tonight by your own free will? And if you wish to be legally wed, please say, I am. Ladies and gentlemen of the ship's company, is there anyone here who objects to the joining of this man and this woman? And if so, please speak your piece now or forever hold your own counsel. That was a surprise. Ladies and gentlemen of the ship's company, is there anyone here willing to endorse the joining of this man and this woman as husband and wife? And if so, please say, I am.
Aye.
There's a lot of love in the house tonight. Today on these waters, we're about to witness the legal as well as the spiritual joining of these two people. A marriage is a solemn occasion, for it signifies the uniting of two souls. It is also a joyous occasion, and it is a union that is not to be entered into lightly and without conscious thought of what is required of each person to make this union a success. Appropriately, we stand upon the decks of this vessel. We may compare the responsibilities of a good sailor to a ship, and those of a husband and wife to each other. Many of us in our minds have images of sailors performing heroic deeds, perhaps in a storm, fighting bravely to save their ship. And certainly, how we behave in a crisis says much about our characters. Yet just as important as what one does in a crisis are the many tasks a sailor does in his home port in the quiet, sheltered waters before the ship goes to sea. This is when the ship's strengths are noted, weaknesses are addressed, and the all-important anchor is made ready for sea and secure. So too are the many tasks between a husband and wife they undertake in the quiet times, in their sheltered waters, in their home. This is when one learns about the strengths of the other, or one may find a weakness and occasionally needs support. This knowledge of each other's strengths and weaknesses would become a great comfort to you both. For as inevitable as a ship will encounter storms in its voyages, your travels as husband and wife will encounter many storms as well. The advice of the captain and the crew and the ship's company is to weather these storms with love and understanding that's anchored deep in your hearts. Erin and Thomas, Francis, sorry.
Is there something we don't know?
Who's Thomas? Thomas, get your ass up there! Who the fuck is Thomas?
Erin and Francis, you are both charged today to the responsibility to care for the ship you are now launching. Accept life's storms with grace and understanding. And on behalf of the entire ship's company today, we both all wish you many happy and prosperous voyages together. Ladies and gentlemen, Erin's going to read her vows to Francis now, or Thomas.
Yeah, you have to use a mic.
Francis, when we met, I don't think either of us knew what was in store. But God had a plan for us, and I know now that the best things in life happen when you least expect them. We have had our struggles like everyone else, but each time we have come out stronger than we were before. And I see the proof in love and commitment every single day through the eyes of Dylan. I remember something your mother said to me when we first met. She said, "Erin, are you sure you can handle coming into a big family?" At the time, I didn't know what she meant, but I know now that it means to love each other through all the ups and downs, no matter what. And that is my first promise to you. Francis, you are my best friend, and I promise to love you unconditionally, respect you, and listen to you. I am devoted to you in every way, and I marry you without any hesitation or doubt, and my commitment to you is absolute now and forever.
Go Thomas!
Yep, speak up.
I, Francis, take you, Erin, to be my lawfully wedded wife. I promise to leave the toilet seat down in the back and close all the dresser doors because I have a problem with that. From the moment our paths have crossed, you surprised me, captivated me, sorry, and challenged me in a way no human being ever has. Dylan and I are blessed to have you in our lives, and it's amazing this mother who would be lost without you. I still can't believe that I get to marry my best friend. I promise to be true to you, to uplift you, and support you. Also frustrate and challenge you. But most importantly, share with you the beautiful moments of life. Someday, if the stars align, I might even let you win an argument. No matter what obstacles we encounter, I know that our love will never fade. We always find strength in one another and continue to go side by side. I believe in the truth of what we are, and I will always love you with all my heart.
with this ring as a symbol of my intentions. I promise to love, cherish, and forever respect your views. And for this ship's company, I formally ask you to be my wife. Erin, if you accept this man, Francis, as your lawful wedded husband, please say I do not.
Get on there.
And Chris! And Chris!
Francis, with this ring, as a symbol of my intentions, I promise to love, cherish, and forever respect your views. And before this ship's company, I formally ask you to be my husband. Francis, if you accept this woman as your lawful wedded wife, please say I do.
Francis!
Ladies and gentlemen of the ship's company, by custom, by master of this vessel, I hereby pronounce this man and this woman as husband and wife.